charts like a beast share. My last album spent 52 weeks there. Almost finished with the second, you should be scared. Storm's coming, you should go inside and pre.
Alright, good morning guys. It's Thursday morning. We're gonna do a full day of eating today. I'm headed to the gym to train legs, so I was already waiting outside, so I'm in a super hurry. Alright, let's go. First things first, I take my high volume, prolific, and then a quick pre-workout snack because I train around 6 a.m. but we're running a little bit late. Actually, I'm not gonna take high volume, just prolific. Water, 2 scoops of aminos, amino IV, and 1 pack of Nutter Butter, and out the door we go. Alright guys, getting started here. This is our third set of lying hamstring curls. Now we're starting with hamstrings because they're a muscle group that gets neglected a lot, so we're going to warm them up and get them activated before we move on to heavier stuff like leg press and deadlifts. Alright, so I'm pointing my toes in plantar flexion because I really want to isolate my hamstrings. What that does is it removes the calves from assisting with knee flexion. So we're about to do leg press. We walk over and somebody snatches it up right before we get there. So we walked over and started warming up on deadlifts instead, and we'll do leg press second. So Gus is right here about to start his first working set. 315, he's going to do 4 sets of 8. I'm going to go up to 335. Got my straps already on. You know, a lot of people for some reason have this like negative connotation with using straps, and with lifting straps, all they're gonna do is make it so you don't have to worry about your grip strength. You can focus on the lift. I'm timing this conversation with deadlifts with every single rep that he does. Anyway, so with straps, you can focus on the actual lift and not worry about using a mixed grip, so like an over-under grip, which is gonna put your supinated arm at risk of a bicep tear. I know just way too many people that have torn their bicep, even with lighter loads like 405, like a powerlifter that does 700. I've seen him, I saw, his name's my buddy Joe Sullivan. He's actually famous for this viral video right now. Anyway, I've seen him tear his bicep just literally with 405. So, I mean, it can happen to anybody, and I would rather not take the chance, and I'd rather use straps on all my working sets when it comes to deadlifts. I'm not competing in powerlifting. I have no reason to use a mixed grip. Hook grip is painful, so you know, I don't want to use it, but if you want to use a hook grip, that's fine. Anyway, here's the first working set. All right, 8 reps, let's go. It's very easy. Alright guys, since I have a hip injury, I don't squat. It puts a lot of strain on my hip flexor, which is injured. So we do a leg press and we do a lot of other movements to make up for it. So this is our third working set of leg press, and we're doing 4 sets of 8. We got 7 plates on each side. Now on this movement, you really want to go as deep as you can go without your back rounding and coming up off the pad. Once you get to a point where your back is rounding, it's no longer safe and you've gone too far. So everyone's mobility is going to be a little bit different. Also, the angle of the machine is going to make a difference too. So here we go. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Decided to rack this at the lower like hook thing because in order for me to extend it all the way up, I have to really flex my calves, and I don't want to like risk tearing my calf or anything. I'm trying to get it on that top notch.
Josh is fine.
Alright, so we're gonna finish up with some quick abs. Now, I'm gonna do a full video on this later on, but this is one of the most incorrectly performed ab exercises, this kneeling cable crunch. And the reason why is most people keep their back completely straight and just come forward, and it ends up looking, whether you do this standing, kneeling, or even seated on the lat press down machine or lat pull down, it's done wrong because people are doing it like this. And you're not actually getting spinal flexion, because that's what the function of your rectus abdominis is, to create spinal flexion, meaning it's gonna curve your spine. And so what you want to do, I like doing them standing, but kneeling is fine too. The main thing is you want to make sure you're seeing this spinal flexion. You're crunching into your legs. And then uncrunching. So you're getting a full range of motion. So what I always recommend doing is pairing an upper ab movement like that with a lower ab movement like this reverse crunch that Gustavo, oh, never mind, Gustavo's not doing it right now, that you see me doing quite often. And that's like a leg lift type movement, or a movement where you're bringing your legs up, which is gonna involve spinal flexion, but from the other end. So not just the top, but from the bottom as well. I feel like most people have overdeveloped, or if they have developed abs, their upper abs are more developed compared to their lower abs. And the reason why is because your hip flexors do a lot of the work on the way up instead of isolating those lower abs. So the way to do that is to really make sure you get isolation. See the spinal flexion? Alright, so I'm gonna have a protein shake post-workout, and I'm gonna take my creatine and my daily multivitamin. Oh, why do I have sunglasses on? You know, you can weigh your protein, but you don't have to. I mean, I don't want to say you don't have to, it's up to you, whatever. I'm just gonna use 2 scoops, it's pretty close to the proper serving size. 2 scoops of protein, 1 scoop of creatine. I use PE Science. I'm sponsored by PE Science and I love their products. You can use PE Science too if you want. Discount code Elkins for 30% off. There's actually a link in the description box. If you're gonna get something from them, I recommend getting the Select Protein. Snickerdoodle is my favorite flavor, but I also like peanut butter cookie and chocolate peanut butter cup. I like all the flavors, but those are my top 3. And then I also take their pre-workout Prolific and High Volume. Both of them are great. All right, then I just add water. Then I just shake it up. Now you can get fancy with your pre-workout. You can, your protein shakes. You can make them in a blender. You can add bananas. You can add strawberries. You can do ice. You can do whatever you want. I like to keep it simple. I just add it, add my creatine, shake it up, drink it, and then move on to the next food that I want to eat for the day. I think I'll go ahead and get some other items together that I'm gonna eat, because when I film these full day of eating videos, it sucks to have to like stop what I'm doing and film the stuff like throughout the entire day. So real quick, I know I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have 2 things of yogurt and 1 Fiber One. These are light and fit. I have 1 blueberry, 1 strawberry. These are like 8 or 9 carbs and 12 protein each. So these are a great snack. And I'm gonna have my True Multi. This is a daily multivitamin for athletes. I take this every day. It has a lot of great ingredients, including ashwagandha root, which elevates your mood and reduces cortisol, which is like a hormone that's caused by stress that makes you retain water. So that's in here as well. Alright, so we got 150 grams of white rice. This is the cooked weight, and it's jasmine. And we have 5 ounces of chicken breast that was made in the air fryer, right? Mm-hmm. And then 85 grams of shrimp. I need some veggies, Jane.
Well, it's lunchtime. Do I really need to make you veggies right now?
Something green?
Christopher, do you really need right now?
No, I can eat them later. I'm going to the movie today. I had to bust out my Black Panther comics. This is the Marvel Knights. This is actually from 1997. I've got 2 copies of Black Panther #1. I don't remember why I bought 2 copies, but somehow I ended up with 2 copies. And then I could have swore I had #2, but it looks like I have 2 copies of 1, 3, and 4. And then somehow I stopped collecting them after that. Then I just have random ones that I probably picked up over the years that tie into like certain story arcs. Alright guys, a little 3 o'clock snack. I am starving. Unfortunately, when I looked at my macros, I didn't have as much left as I thought I would. So I've cooked up some oatmeal, as you can see here. Just came out of the microwave. And I've got this peanut butter. I set it on the scale. This is Jif Omega-3 Creamy. I set it on the scale and I scooped out 30, dang, I want to say 33. Little less. Alright, 33 grams right here. I'm going to throw that in there. Mix it up all nice and eat it. And let me show you where my macros are at so far for the day. I completely forgot to tell you what my goals are. So my goals are 55 fat, 175 carbs, and 175 protein. Those are the numbers that I'm currently dieting on. I'm not doing any cardio right now, just feeling a little too busy to add in cardio. Here's where I'm at. Let me add in the oatmeal and peanut butter. For the day, I'm at 143 carbs, 38 fat, 136 protein. So I've got about 30 carbs left, I've got 20 fat left, and I've got 40 protein left. Man, the hunger's bad. I need to eat like a fast salad tonight to hold me over and give me some satiety, some sustenance. Calories are too low, I feel like. So recently, since I started training again in the morning, I'm eating earlier in the day, and then I'm like hungrier more often later on. It kind of sucks, but training in the morning is more convenient for me, so I wouldn't really have it any other way. I'll just have to deal with the hunger by toughing it out and being hungry. I mean, there are some tricks and tips. You can do things, you can eat things like sugar-free Jell-O, pickle, celery. These things are like super low cal, those 3 in particular that I don't even bother tracking them. But other things that will fill you up that you should track though are things like broccoli, salads. You don't have to track diet soda, that's a good one. I'm so hungry. But you know, this hunger pays off. There's a reason that I'm so hungry. It's because I'm in a calorie deficit. And being in a calorie deficit means that my body will use fat for fuel to make up the difference, which is what I want. And then as that fat gets burned up for fuel to allow my body to survive, because you can't really be negative. The negative has to come from somewhere. If it's not coming from your food, it's coming from your stores on your body. Anyway, so what that means is that I'm getting leaner. So you can see like I've lost a significant amount of fat already. I'm down close to 10 pounds. My back gets leaner first, aside from my love handles. 6 o'clock and I'm really hungry, and I feel like I'm gonna need to increase my calories soon, because on days when I hit my macros perfectly, I'm just starving, which means that I was still making I don't know. I'm so hungry. Anyway, I got this package in from Gymshark. These pieces are called Zero Gravity, and I'd like to see what they are. This color is called Nightshade. This is kind of nice. Let's try this on. Hugging the sleeves, baby. Oh, this is nice. I need to shave though. Yo, this is perfect for spring. Alright, it also came with some bottoms. These are soft. Super soft. Tomorrow's a rest day, so I probably won't try them tomorrow, but I think maybe I'll try these bottoms on Saturday.
Now you're going to say something?
Not ready yet.
Okay. Now defeat not action.
Alright, I'm trying to fight the hanger and, you know, be kind. So these chicken skewers are about 12 grams of protein each, so this is... Christian, you're not filming well. This is 36 grams of protein, and then I have this salad here that I'm gonna have 1 serving of, so I've already got my plate on the scale. Alright, so we've got the scale here. I'm gonna zero it. I'm gonna put 91 grams. 89, so that's pretty good. That's fine. This kit from Costco. It's, Jones Broccoli Madness Salad Kit. Alright, I'm gonna eat this. Christian didn't make it, and Alexa's been asleep for the majority of the movie. She fell asleep before Christian. Christian, wake up! Wake up, wake up! Alright, so the movie ended, and we're in the car now, about to leave and head home. It's too bad the kids fell asleep, because I would have gotten their opinion on the movie, but they were literally both just dead asleep for most of the movie. Alexis was asleep like 30 minutes into the movie, and Christian fell asleep probably about an hour into the movie. What, Christian, did you like the part that you saw at least?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, I don't know how to review this movie without giving any spoilers, because I can't really go into any detail without giving spoilers. I guess I'd have to think about it. But either way, it was a great movie. But I do think that my expectations were set a little bit too high, and therefore, like, maybe it just didn't quite meet my expectations, because I thought it was gonna be like a 10 out of 10 movie, and it was more like a 7.5 out of 10 in my opinion, which is still great. I mean, that's still like IMDb score. That'd be a really, really good movie. But I'm always super critical when it comes to superhero movies anyway. But Captain America Civil War was so good that I feel like it's hard and Winter Soldier was also really good, that it's hard for me to compare it to like other superhero movies like that. Overall though, like I said, it was a great movie. There wasn't like a super epic battle scene that was like, oh, that was so sick. Like, for example, like, think back to Civil War when you have Captain America and Iron Man fighting one-on-one. There wasn't like a scene like that was, well, I guess there was like, it was one scene where they first fight Killmonger and Black Panther, and this is obviously not a spoiler, but that scene was pretty epic. Aside from that though, throughout the entire movie there wasn't really like an epic scene. Either way though, I mean, I enjoyed the movie, don't get me wrong, it was a great movie. Just I like fell slightly short of my expectations because they were set so high. Anyway, this is the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed the full day of eating. I hit my macros almost spot on. I think I ended up with 62 fat, 167 carbs, and right at like 176 protein. And my goals, like I said, were 55 fat, 175 carbs, and 175 protein. So I was literally right there on the calories that I needed to be at, and I hit my protein. And so anyway, it all worked out. And tomorrow's Friday. it's a rest day, so I'm not training. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like it. And I would love to hear your opinion if you've seen the movie, so comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe. The channel's growing, and I appreciate that. We'll continue to make daily vlogs every single day. The Arnold Classic Expo is coming up, and I'll be taking you guys along to that. And then we have a bunch of expos coming up, so a lot more content coming very soon. The Q&A is what I'll do tomorrow. I'll answer some questions that were asked in an Instagram post a few days ago. Alright, have a great night. Cue the outro.
I've been sitting on the charts like a beach share. My last album spent 52